the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. I'm here with Coach Anthony. How you feel today?
I'm good, baby. How you?
I'm good.
All right.
Okay, so let the people know, who you work with. Of course we know, but let the people know who you work with.
Well, right now we're here with, Team Pharma and everybody over here. Basically, Guts and Glory family, man. You got Stevie Ortiz, you got Anthony Juice Young, you got my man Diaz, Christopher Diaz. You got Tevin Farmer, of course. It's got just a stable, man, of talented young professionals, and good coaches, man. You got Reggie, you got Rasheem Jefferson, and I'm just part of the team.
Coach Chino,
of course, the head of the operation. We can't forget Coach Chino. And then you got myself, me helping out with the team, and we work together very well.
Okay. Now you you mentioned Tevin Farmer.
Right.
Let's get right to it. Why do you think it's so much, we've seen...
Hold on, turn around. You got the goner, Tevin Farmer. There you go.
That's the goner.
What's up, champ?
Boy, right, it's the champ.
What's up, champ?
What's up, man?
This is the man who brought me into the camp. You know what I'm saying? He let it be known that I'm the man, and he brought me in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man with the plan.
Tevin Farmer, great guy.
Tevin Farmer, the goner.
The goner, yeah. Nah, but go ahead. What were you saying?
We've seen a lot of build-ups to fights. Between Gervonta Davis and Tevin Farmer, is it real friction, or is this the buildup that we see where fighters just don't like each other and they go back and forth to kind of build up that people want to see, build up that momentum for the fight? Is it real friction, or is it just a buildup?
Nah, man, I think it's real friction. They've been going back and forth. Before I even met Tevin, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I met Tevin, but before I even started working with Tevin, they've been going back and forth on the internet, and everybody's seen it. And they bumped heads. I know everybody remembers that one video where they bumped heads and they had some words. And every time the names get brought up, man, Gervonta's got negative things to say. I mean, it was to the point where even when Tevin Farmer got shot, Gervonta, instead of reaching out and saying something to him, to make sure he all right, he kind of said something in a negative light. So there's definitely real friction there.
I think he said something. I don't want to misquote him, but it was something to the effect of everybody can't move in the streets like how Gervonta moved.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw something where he said something like, "You got to move different," or not knowing the whole situation. He just went ahead and put his 2 cents in a negative light. And when you do stuff like that, that just shows that you genuinely do not like a person. And I don't know how they cannot like each other. From my understanding, they don't got a history growing up with each other, nothing like that. So I don't know why it would go to that level. You know what I'm saying? It should just stay in the sport of boxing. And it is boxing, but it's just a little bit further than just boxing with them. And there's no doubt in my mind that those two men should meet up in the ring and handle it like two grown men.
Okay. Now, recently, you and Leonard Ellaby, CEO of the Money Team Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, y'all kind of had some words at the Danny Garcia media day. He said Tevin is a good little fighter and he should just continue to win. And it seemed like you really took that personal. Now, I can understand that, that's your fight, and of course, but it seemed like it really kind of hit home and things kind of like, kind of like it lit a flame.
Right.
Would you like to speak on, why someone from a promotional company who's obviously just there to build up their fighter and, say something like that Tevin is a good little fighter, why did that hit home so hard with you?
I mean, well, for one, it's like this, man. I'm loyal. And I'm loyal to Team Pharma. You know what I'm saying? They brought me in. He's been nothing but a good dude to me. So when I hear somebody speaking negative about anybody that I run with, whether that's boxing, real life, street, whatever you want to say, I'm going to defend my people. And I didn't appreciate that Leonard Ellaby tried to discredit Tevin Farmer as somebody who's not on the level of a Gervonta Davis, especially when we just fought for a title that he vacated because he couldn't make weight. And if that's the title we're fighting for, which was your title, then how are we not on your level? You know what I'm saying? You weren't disciplined enough to make weight. You know what I'm saying? Tevin now is fighting for the title. And then Leonard Ellaby went ahead to go ahead and say he felt Tevin Farmer won. So, okay, you're on the same page as us. We felt Tevin Farmer won. You felt Tevin Farmer won. Therefore, you feel that Tevin Farmer should be a world champion. And when I bring his name up, he's like, well, he needs to go win a belt. Did he win the last fight? No, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like, yo, my man, you just said that you felt he won. So therefore, why would you try to pull rank and try to play Tev as if he's not on the level? So I just feel if I'm, you know, when I do the interview thing on the side, if you're gonna go ahead and play that game, let's play it. Let's play it the right way. If you're gonna discredit the guy that I work with, well, explain to me why. And that's the reason I stepped to him the way I did. I have nothing but respect for Leonard Ellaby. Big Floyd Mayweather fan. Big fan of what they done in boxing, but don't try to play somebody when you know they're doing good in the sport and you know they're credible.
Okay. You asked the question. You asked Leonard Ellaby a question. You said it seems like y'all are trying to make Gervonta Davis a superstar and not really concerned about him being the best fighter. Do you feel like they're avoiding Tevin Farmer? And because you know, you definitely reacted to that as well. You know, do you feel like that?
I mean, he said it. He said it. He said.
Do you feel like Tevin Farmer would be the reason why they can't make Gervonta Davis a superstar?
Nah, I mean, I just think they're looking at Tevin like, okay, Tevin is a threat. He's a slick fighter. He presents problems. And do we want to go ahead and go that route right now? You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of been an MO in the way the Mayweathers move. I mean, even when Manny Pacquiao was a threat with Mayweather about 10 years ago, you remember Mayweather was slipping, sliding, tilting under shots to avoid it. Had valid points, you know what I mean? Maybe the stuff that he was trying to hint us was true, which if you know boxing, you know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, he didn't want to fight him when we wanted the fight to happen. He waited till very late into Pacquiao's career for him to step into the plate, win the fight, and then go ahead and say, well, there you go, I told you I could beat him. So I think they're trying to do the same thing with a Tevin Farmer. They see Tevin Farmer as a threat, a good young little fighter, like he likes to say, and he's like, let's go ahead and see if Tevin could blow his load or lose another fight or just disappear. Let's see if Tevin could disappear so we never have to take that difficult fight. And let's go ahead and fight these other names. And if we do lose to a big name like a Lomachenko or somebody like that, well, we were supposed to lose. But if we lose to Tevin Farmer, now we can ruin our career. So there's no doubt in my mind that Tevin Farmer is a threat to him, and that's why he don't want the fight.
Do you think it could be maybe gaining some more interest? You know, you and I spoke about Tevin maybe needing one big fight, you know, it was immediately after the Leonard Ellaby comment, that media day. Do you feel like that maybe TMT could be looking at it as, hey, let's build this up, let's just generate, you know, some interest in it? Do you know, because he actually said something to the effect of, nobody's looking for that fight.
Well, that's not true. That's false. Everybody's looking to that fight. The only people who aren't looking for that fight are people that don't watch boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like saying, you know, nobody wants to see Tevin Farmer fight or nobody wants to see Gervonta Davis. The only people who don't want to see those guys fight are guys that don't even watch the sport. Boxing fans do want to see the fight. Now, whether that's the main fight they want to see, that's up for debate. But they do want to see the fight. Now, don't get me wrong. Tevin Farmer does need a big win. You know what I mean? He just got a bad decision with Kenichi Ogawa.
Absolutely.
He lost a few fights early in his career. But don't forget, he went on a 20-win winning streak before he got robbed. So in reality, if you want to be you know, you don't want to say things the right way. He's on a 21 winning streak, so he's won 20 plus bouts in the last few years since he lost. So when everybody brings up these 5 losses that he has, it's like, my man, he went on a 20-win winning streak. He fought his way to the top, no handouts, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And people want to see the fight. So yeah, Tevin needs a big win, but at the end of the day, who's Gervonta about to fight? Who's Gervonta about to fight? Who's this big name that he's about to fight on April 21st? I don't even know who he's gonna fight. So shit gotta add up. You know what I'm saying? Pardon my language. Stuff gotta add up when you say certain things. You know what I'm saying? And Tevin said, I'll fight him April 21st. He's ready to fight. He wants
this April coming up. He
said
said,
April 21st. Tevin.
Okay, because I know previously it was somebody had mentioned that they had offered to fight or something like that in the previous, but I didn't know it was this April.
Yeah,
Tevin's ready to fight Gervonta Davis this April.
Absolutely, and he said it. He said it on my Instagram. Gervonta Davis jumped on my Instagram on one of my posts and said a few things, and I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And Tevin went ahead to comment on there and said, what's up with April 21st? And Gervonta said, I'm with it. So Gervonta wants to fight, apparently. Tevin wants to fight, apparently. But his peoples don't want to make the fight. And, you know, that's what's unfortunate about the business side of boxing. But, there's, you know, I'm sure they're going to eventually meet in the ring. And, you know, that's when it could get handled. And at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis is an extremely talented fighter, for the record. I don't want people to sit here and think that I don't think that he's talented and that I think Tevin's just going to whoop on him. You know, I'm a realist. I work with Tevin, but I'm going to keep it real. Gervonta's a hell of a fighter. But at the same time, dude, stop acting like this and acting like that. You know what it is. Let's make the fight happen, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to build up, then let's build it up. You've been building it up on your page. Tevin's been building it up on his page. I started building it up on my page. The media's been building it up. Let's build it up. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of eyes turned away from boxing. Let's bring the eyes back to boxing with 2 good young fighters fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get the attention back to the sport of boxing, when you got 2 talented fighters that make a good fight. And those 2, without a doubt, will make a great fight.
Do you feel like at this point that Tevin has the better resume than Gervonta Davis? Do you feel like Gervonta has the better resume? Who has the better resume right now?
No doubt Tevin Farmer has the better resume. The only thing that Gervonta has that Tevin has, Gervonta beat Pedraza. And Tevin lost to Pedraza. But remember, who else? Who else did Gervonta got on there? You know what I'm saying? So he got one up on Tevin there. But other than that, Tevin's fought the harder fights. He's got the better resume and had a, you know, and that's basically that. You know what I mean? And you know, he did it with little to none amateur experience. Learned as a professional. Learned on the job, and is still growing. You know what I'm saying? Took no punishment. He's still growing, man. The kid's only going to get better. So, I mean, the more Gervonta waits, the harder he's going to make it for himself, because Tevin's is going to keep peaking. Tevin don't got 150, 200 amateur fights where when you start getting to the 30s-year-old mark in your life, you're starting to go down. He's only going to keep peaking because he didn't take all that previous punishment as an amateur. So he's getting better as a professional. And he's in a camp with good coaches and good professional fighters that keep pushing him every day. So, hey man, keep waiting, keep making it difficult on yourself. You know what I'm saying? The longer the hand takes to heal, his hand's gonna get better. His hand, listen, he fought the world title fight with a bad hand. Did anybody talk about it? No. But he took the fight with a bad hand because it was a big opportunity. The hand's getting better every day. I hold the mitts for him. He's cracking hard and hard. Keep waiting. Keep letting Tevin get healthier. Keep letting him develop more. You're only gonna make it harder on yourself.
Let's just say that TMT believes that Tevin needs, you know, another big win to be on Gervonta's level, as Leonard Ellaby alluded to, or actually stated. Let's throw out another name. What is a name that you can say, you know what, it's Tevin? If Tevin can get this fight right here, I believe that, you know, it'll make sense to the other side, because we all know that you feel like it makes sense now, but to the other side, what's another name?
Man, that's difficult, man. You know, at 130 pounds, you got Billy Dib out there. That's a fight that I think fell apart with Gervonta Davis. Tevin could fight Billy Dib, you know what I'm saying? Who else is in the division? Give me some names. Give me some names in the division right now, because off the top of my head, I can't really think. You know, Our focus, really though, is a rematch with Kenichi Ogawa. Tevin Farmer wants that rematch, and he said it. I'll fight Kenichi before I fight Gervonta, and that's because obviously y'all saw what happened, and Tevin wants to make it clear to the people that he is better for whoever feels it was a draw, or for whoever feels that he might have legitimately lost. He wants that fight, and then after that, you can go ahead and talk about any other name in the division.
Is that likely? Because he's going to be suspended if it come back that he definitely tested positive, or they said he had to go to a board or something like that, or is it going to be a suspension for that?
Yeah, I don't know all the details. I know they would obviously probably make it a no contest, and
Okay.
and I'm sure he will get suspended for some time. I don't know how long, but you know, there's no doubt that if that, or whoever Tevin has to fight for that title, whoever the mandatory is, whoever is that person, Tevin wants that title. At the end of the day, Tevin wants to be a world champion, and whoever's in his way for that world title, Tevin will fight hands down without a doubt. He won't duck. He wants to fight.
Okay.
And you know, he left a foul taste in all our mouths when we went out there. You know what I mean, and took that L. So, you know, yeah, that's what Tevin really wants, and that's what we want for him.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Coach Anthony. It's ThaBoxingVoice.com. I'm Jay Goodman. Thanks for clicking on.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
In the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.